Hi guys, this is Rohit and welcome back to AutoClan. So today we'll be reviewing the all new 5th generation Audi A6. So in this video I'll be giving you a walk around review of the exteriors, interiors, engine specifications, the price, equipment list and the safety features. And if you like our content, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Alright, so the first Audi A6 was released in 1994, which was the successor to the other Audi car, which is the Audi 100. So that Audi 100 has been given a facelift and renamed as Audi A6, which happened in 1994. And this right here is the 5th generation Audi A6. So the Audi A6 is assembled in both Germany and India. And coming to the engine specifications of this Audi A6, it gets the 4-cylinder 2-liter TFSI engine, which means turbocharged fuel stratified injection. And this engine produces 245 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 370 Newton meters. And coming to the performance of this Audi A6, it can hit 0 to 100 km per hour in about 6.3 seconds and can reach top speeds up to 250 km per hour and returns an average fuel economy of 14 km per liter, and the tank capacity is about 73 liters. And coming to the dimensions, the Audi A6 is 4.939 meters in length, which is about 5 meters, 1.8 meters in width and 1.4 meters in height. And it has a wheelbase of 2.924 meters, which is nearly about 3 meters. So right here are the tires. So these are 225 by 55 section 18-inch tires. And here is the 18-inch alloy. These are 10-spoke arrow style alloy wheels. And you get anti-theft wheel bolts. And you get both the disc at the front and the rear. The brand of the tire is Michelin, and the variant you get is Primacy tires. These are the side parking sensors. So this is how the rear looks, and the most attractive thing at the rear is the lights. So you get these LED tail lights. And coming to the features, the Audi A6 gets 4-zone climate control, ambient lighting, 10-inch and 8-inch dual touchscreens, hands-free parking, sunroof, and 16 speakers Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. Here are the rear parking sensors, and here is the rear reflector. And underneath you have the fake exhaust tips, which is just for the aesthetics. So here are the LED tail lights, and these lights look sharp and clear. And there's a chrome strip running all over the rear, which looks elegant, and here is the A6 badging. And here is the engine badge, 45 TFSI, turbocharged fuel stratified injection. The Audi A6 rivals the other segment cars like BMW 5 Series, Mercedes-Benz E-Class, Jaguar XF and Volvo S90. Here is the fuel lid. And the fuel recommended was 95 Super Premium. So coming to the safety features that Audi has given to the A6 are parking assistance with 8 ultrasonic sensors, 8 airbags, EBD and ABS, electronic stability control, hydraulic brake assist, loose wheel warning, tire pressure monitoring system, ISO child seat mounts, electronic immobilizer, and lane departure warning. On the top you get the antenna, shark fin antenna, and the panoramic sunroof, and in the front you get rain sensing wipers. Here are the exterior wing mirrors, and these side mirrors are power adjustable, power foldable, and has the function of heating and auto dimming, and also with a memory function. And you have the side indicators in it. And the most important thing when it comes to Audis are the lights. So the Audi A6 gets matrix LED headlights along with full variable light control, dynamic indicators, headlight beam assist, DRLs, and also with auto dimming function. And just below the headlight setup you have the headlamp washer. And here is the single frame Audi grille, and this grille is bigger and wider, just like the other Audis, and it is finished in chrome to give that elegant look. And right in the center you have the Audi emblem, and there are parking sensors hidden inside the grille. And if you look at the A6 lineup based on the practicality and performance, there is S6, which is the sports version of the normal A6, which is available in both sedan and Avant. Avant is the other name given for the estate or the station wagon type cars. So there's S6, there is A6 Avant, there is the most powerful A6, which is the RS6 Avant, and the sad part is you don't get any of it in India. So here is the boot. So the boot capacity is about 530 liters, and there's a 12 volts power socket, and there are luggage hooks finished in metal. And here is a pocket. And underneath the boot there's a space saving spare wheel along with the necessary tools. So the boot space is actually good, it's big enough. So there's the rear view camera. Alright, let's close the trunk and let's get back to the driver's seat. So here are the chrome handles. Alright, let's open and get in. So as soon as you open the door, the first cool thing that you notice is the Audi logo projection. So basically this is a puddle lamp which shows cool Audi rings. And on the driver's side of the door you have the controls for the power windows. And you can see the controls for ORVMs. So there's a button for auto folding, and there's another button for heating function for the exterior wing mirrors. And just right above the controls there are buttons for memory seat function, and there are the buttons for lock and unlock. And there's this nice wooden inlays which suits the beige interiors. And in the door bins you have a button for trunk opening. And here is the premium Bang & Olufsen sound system. So this Audi A6 gets 16 speakers Bang & Olufsen premium 3D sound system. So the audio experience would be on a different level. And here you have the tire pressure information. You have tire info and rim size. And here is a scuff plate. And there are two trims available for the leather upholstery. One is the beige and other is the brown. And this beige looks classy. And here you get the electronic adjustments for the seats, and you get 4-way lumbar support. And here are the pedals, and there's a lever for the bonnet. And here you have some space. And here are the controls for the lights. And right above it you have the driver's side air con vent. Alright, let's get in. So the moment you get in and sit, the first thing you would notice is the beautifully laid out digital instrument cluster. And Audi calls it virtual cockpit. And Audi has one of the best instrument cluster. So on the extreme left of the instrument console there is engine temperature. And in the display you have a tachometer onto the left and speedometer onto the right. And in between there is navigation. And you get all the warning signs and indicators here. So there's time, temperature, fuel consumption and everything. So there's everything in the console itself, so you don't have to look at the infotainment. So you can operate almost everything from the instrument console itself. And on the extreme right you have the fuel gauge. And coming here, you have the double spoke steering, and the steering looks futuristic. There is this touch and feel of the premiumness that the Audi has to offer. The silver finishing on the steering looks absolutely gorgeous, and the steering is completely leather wrapped. So there are these buttons on the left side of the steering to control the instrument console. And on the right side you have the controls for the voice inputs, calls, and there are controls to change the songs and tracks. And coming onto the dash, you have this huge 10-inch infotainment screen, and underneath the infotainment there's this 8-inch touchscreen for the climate control. And Audi calls this as a dual touchscreen system, which includes both the infotainment and the climate control. And the A6 is the first Audi to get this in India. So underneath the climate control you have the buttons for drive select, traction control, hazard switch, and buttons for parking assist and other controls. And here you have the start engine stop button. So coming to this automatic climate control, this is a touchscreen haptic feedback climate control system. So it gives that clicking impression when you touch a control. So this is a 4-zone automatic climate control. So all the 3 passengers along with the chauffeur, which makes it 4, can adjust the temperature based on their requirement. And here is the infotainment screen. So this is a 10-inch infotainment screen. So even here you get the haptic feedback whenever you press an option. So there are options like radio, media, telephone, navigation, phone apps, car, settings, help, user, and messages. So if you go into the car, you can change the dynamics of the car. So there's Audi Drive Select. So you can access Audi Drive Select right from the screen or just by clicking the manual buttons. So when you select the Audi Drive Select, you have efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic, individual modes. So getting back, you have this efficiency assist, and here are the controls for the seats, and here you have the options for climate control, and there's lights and vision, parking aid, driver assist, settings and services. So you have all the info you need. So coming to the settings, there's general settings, display and brightness, language and keyboard, sound, all other general settings. So there are a lot of features that you can do from the infotainment. And here is the gear knob. It is finished in leather, and you have this stitching, and it feels good to hold. And here you have some space. So here you get Audi's ashtray and a cigarette lighter. And next to it you have an empty cup holder. And there's a particular provision for the key, where the key exactly fits in, which is good as the key doesn't rattle around. And the wood finish looks so premium and feels good. And here you have the parking brake and hill assist. And here you have the indications for the modes. So there's reverse, neutral, park, drive, and sport. And here is the frameless rear view mirror with the auto dimming function. And here is the vanity mirror with the auto illumination. And here are the reading lights. These are touch sensitive, so when you touch they illuminate, and there's a button to turn them both on. And here is the panoramic sunroof. And here is the armrest, and underneath you get the Audi phone box, and here you get the wireless charging pad for your phone, and there's also a light, and there are two USB ports and an SD card reader. And here are the center AC vents, and there's the black treatment on the dash, and there's an Audi logo. Well, let me show you the indicators. So here's how the hazard lights work. Alright, let's get back to the rear seats. So the doors open wide, and there's a scuff plate for the rear passengers. And there's a manual sunblind or the curtain for the rear passengers. And you have the speakers, and there's the power window button. And here you get the rear seat pockets. You can put your magazines here. And all the three passengers in the back gets headrests. And at the rear window there's this electrically operated sunblind, or you can just call it as a rear curtain. And here there's an armrest for the rear passengers. And there's some space for storage. And here you get two cup holders. Alright, let's put it back. And here is the automatic climate control for the rear passengers. As it is a 4-zone climate control system, you get 2 at the front and 2 at the back. So each of the passenger can control the temperature they want. And underneath you have 2 USB ports and a cigarette lighter. So this is how the engine looks under the hood. So this is a 45 TFSI turbocharged fuel stratified injected petrol engine, and this engine is a 4-cylinder 2000cc unit that produces 245 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 370 Newton meters. And this is a front wheel drive car. And underneath the bonnet there's insulation to decrease the engine noise. Alright, let's check the passenger seat. So even on the passenger side there's this Audi projection or the puddle lamp. And there's also lock and unlock button on the passenger side too. And there's also lumbar support and electrically adjustable seat for the passenger side. So you get the same 4-way adjustable lumbar support just like the driver's seat. And here is the passenger side air conditioning vent. And the dash has soft touch plastics. And there's this wood treatments or inlays on the dash which give that premiumness. And the wooden dash is complemented with this black finishing with the Audi logo. And there's the ambient lighting. So there are 30 color options for the ambient lighting. There's the sunroof and the shark fin antenna. And finally, coming to the prices and the variants. As India gets the A6 petrol variant, the Audi A6 is available in two variants, one being the 45 TFSI Premium Plus, which is the base model, and the other is the 45 TFSI Technology, which is the top model. And coming to the prices, the Premium Plus base model costs around 64,77,000 rupees on road Delhi, while the top model 45 TFSI Technology costs around 70,69,000 rupees on road Delhi. So that's all for today, guys. So I hope that you liked the today's Audi A6 review. And if you want to see reviews like this, you can go ahead and check the links in the description. And please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.